Hello, this video will be about how we can replicate the respiratory system with everyday items, complete with a trachea, diaphragm, bronchi, and lungs. First, what you want to do is get a plastic cup, ideally like an orange juice can or anything, and just drill a hole through the bottom of it. This hole represents the nose and mouth, so make sure to use a hanger that you heat up on the stove or a drill to create a hole just big enough for the straw so that any more air doesn't get let through. Next, what you want to do is take 2 straws and cut them to about half the size of your cup. These will represent your bronchi, which will transfer air to your lungs, which will be represented by 2 small balloons that you will tape to your bronchi, like this. Then, take your other straw and cut it so that it's about the same height as your cup. On one end of the straw, make a 2-inch cut so that it splits it in half and kind of frays it. This straw will be your trachea that branches into each of the 2 bronchi. Then insert your bronchi straws into the split end of your trachea so they make a Y shape, and make sure to tape the straw connections together. Make sure these are very tight so that no air leaks out. Again, with your trachea straw now, cut a 2-inch slit on the top of your trachea so that it splits and frays in half. Put your lungs into your cup or bottle and poke the top part of the trachea through the hole. Make sure not to bend or destroy your trachea in any way through this process. So push the straw through until your lungs are inside the cup. Think of the cup as your chest cavity and make sure that you don't damage the cup to keep an area where pressure can drop and rise when the diaphragm moves. Now with the top part of your trachea, cut it and fray it so that it creates 4 slits. Now you can fold the slits down around the cup and tape them to hold them down. Now to make the diaphragm, what you want to do is take your larger balloon and tie it, and then cut off the top of the balloon like this. Stretch the tied part over the bottom of your cup. Make sure you don't rip the balloon in any way during this process. And now you have a fully functioning lung model. If you look very closely, when you pull your diaphragm balloon down, you can see your lungs contract and expand. Pulling down on your balloon diaphragm mimics inhalation, where the diaphragm contracts and flattens as the chest cavity enlarges. This would create a vacuum which pulls air into your lungs, and when you exhale, the diaphragm relaxes back up and returns to its original shape, and the pressure is normalized and air is forced out of the lungs again. So this diagram represents a perfect way of how the lungs work in your body. Thank you for watching.